Hey folks, what's up? So, time for another vlog. Things go well and they don't at the same time. First on to my weight loss. Um, I was doing really well. I'm still doing okay, but not good enough. Um, you can see here the old jowl from age as well as losing weight that's happening. But I got all the way down to 418 pounds, which was really, really good. And I'm back up to 426. So I put 10 pounds back on almost. So I'm fighting to get that back down again. Uh, I see the doctor on the 20th, at which point he's probably going to set the date for the surgery, which will be 2 weeks after my final appointment with my wellness doctor, which will be uh, eventually. I'm not sure. It's like a week or two after seeing him, so it'll be about 3 weeks after I see him, something like that. Uh, I'm going to try and help get my weight down by starting my program very early, as if I was getting the surgery soon. So when I wake up in the morning, it is actually, I'm recording this currently at 1:03 in the morning. Sorry, my nose. When I wake up in the morning, protein shake. Afternoon, protein shake. I'm only allowed to eat for dinner, a meal for dinner. That's it. I'm going to go on this program early in a bid to try and get my weight down, back down. I don't want to be up 426. I want to be 422 or lighter at this point. Um, so there's that. My computer is suffering. The power supply is having a really hard time. The fan uh, doesn't spin as often as it should. Earlier today, it was actually starting to overheat. I had to take the fan that I have on it and turn it up to high because the fan just wouldn't kick on. Um, I'm still waiting for my tax return, which I actually got a letter in the mail from the IRS saying I needed to call them and verify who I was, make sure I wasn't getting identity theft. And so I had to call them and do that. Now I got to wait up to, it's not guaranteed to take 9 weeks, but I have to wait up to 9 weeks to get my refund. And I still may not get my refund. I might, good chance of it, but I still may not get my refund to get my new computer. But once I get that new computer, you better believe I'm going to start uploading more videos again, and I'm going to start fucking streaming. I'm going to start doing things. It won't be a lot, but I'm going to start getting back into the pace of things because the new computer will be able to handle things. Um, uh, where else was I going with that? Oh, but otherwise, I am actually making good money. I was up to almost $2,000 in my bank account last week. I'm down to 1,200. Yes, there is a reason. Between bills and some stuff that I've bought that I've been wanting to do, um, it's cost quite a bit of money. And I'm actually taking my car up to the shop tomorrow to get the door fixed because it doesn't open from the inside. The yeah, the rear passenger door behind me, driver's side, doesn't open from the inside. I want that fixed. So that's going to cost me money as well. So overall, I'm probably going to be under $1,000 come the end of Wednesday. But then that's it. That's all the big spending I've got to do, and I can start saving again. And it shouldn't take me too long to get my account back up to pace. So I might even be able to get my computer before my taxes show up, which would be great. Time will tell. Now, how am I doing this? As you guys know, I'm driving for Uber and Lyft. I may not be driving for Lyft much longer. I'll get into that. But a lot of people may have heard, there are old articles out there, and one recently came out. Uber and Lyft drivers make less than minimum wage. They make an average of $3.20 or $3.30 an hour. I'm sorry, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. And a lot of people out there who say that anyone who claims that we make more money is a shill, whatever the fuck that is, or a lobbyist, or whatever. You guys know I'm not. I'm an average, overweight Joe. I'm overweight, I'm not average, but whatever. You know what I mean. I'm not a shill. I'm not an Uber company man. I'm just somebody who loves to drive. Last week, Saturday, I drove 12 hours. Not because I felt forced to drive 12 hours, because I wanted to drive 12 hours. I legitimately wanted to drive 12 hours. And in that 12 hours, I made a total on Uber of $330. $330. Now, you can take $100 off for operational expenses. That covers the gas for my Envoy, which is a gas guzzler. So imagine if you had a much more fuel-efficient vehicle. I can say Prius, as it's the most common, but any more fuel-efficient vehicle. And it's not hard to get more fuel-efficient than my Envoy. Wear and tear on the vehicle. So I usually do $50 for gas, $50 a week wear and tear. And then $30 aside for taxes, because I have a 1099. They don't take taxes out. So $30, not $30 a week, $30 a day. So in other words, it all depends on how much I make. So $330, I take out $30 as my tax. Even though I don't know if I'd actually get taxed that much, but whatever. I take out $30 for taxes. So minus $130 leaves me $200 even. 200 divided by 12, you know what that comes out to? $16.67 per hour. Do the math yourself. Take 200 divided by 12. 1667. Actually, it's 1666666666666666. So I just rounded up to 1667. I made $16.67 an hour. Does that sound like more minimum wage? Of the people that make less and maybe even lose money driving for Uber, here's some of the problems I think they have. They drive like idiots, and they put extra wear and tear on their car. They drive in bad times, like Sunday afternoon, Monday afternoon, maybe even Monday evening. Tuesday evening isn't good. Tuesday afternoon isn't good. Wednesday is when you should start driving towards rush hour into evening and overnight. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday are the 2 big days that you should be driving, particularly at night. The other thing a lot of people do is they think, oh, well, I'm just going to sign up and drive around where I live. Well, where do you live? I live near Attleboro. I figure I'll drive around here in Attleboro. Attleboro is a pretty good area. North Attleboro, South Attleboro, Plainville, all the little... No. It's not a good idea. Now, I didn't find out the hard way and start driving around here. No. I did some research, and I found out that if I did drive around here, it would be a bad idea. So basically, I had two choices, and everyone basically has to kind of do the same thing. You have to head to the big cities. Now, that's not to say that there aren't Uber drivers around where you are, because there are. I called an Uber while here. There will be Ubers in Attleboro. There will be. There's not many, but they'll be here. They're usually passing through or something like that. Or they'll be, just over the line in Pawtucket. But for me, my choices are go to Boston, 40 to 45 minutes away, or go to Providence, which is about 20, 25 minutes away. Now, I choose to go to Providence because it's closer. Providence for me is easier and safer to drive. It's not as bad as and aggressive and as crowded as Boston is. The flip side, though, is if I do ever choose to go to Boston, I'll make more money in Boston. Boston pays more per mile and per hour through Uber than Providence does. When I say Providence, I don't mean just Providence, Rhode Island. I mean Providence, Cranston, Warwick, and Pawtucket. Those are the areas I typically drive in and around there. And I'm loving it. I'm loving getting out of the house. As long as I'm making a fair amount of money, the least amount of money I made, and it's because I had to come home early because my mother needed me, was $9 an hour. $9 an hour. I made as high as $19 an hour during the snowstorm that we had here 3 weeks ago. And we got another one coming Wednesday. I don't think I'll make as much because it's a Wednesday night, but I'm going to drive in it anyways. I'm driving St. Patrick's Day. I'm gearing up for St. Patrick's Day. I'm gearing up to make sure that I have all the cleaning supplies and disinfectant sprays and everything else that I need in case something happens. But I'm going out and I'm driving St. Patrick's Day. You know, drive on the holidays, drive on the weekends, drive when it's busy. Start driving Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, preferably at night, or do the morning rush hour, the evening rush hour. The in-betweens aren't as good. The overnights are pretty decent too because you get a lot of people, especially early morning workers, people who open places like McDonald's and Dunkin' Donuts and whatnot, going to work. So just as you finish taking all the barflies home, now you get all the early morning workers going in. You know? And I'm making money. I'm making money. And I'm loving every second of it. Because I love to drive. Now, the reason I spend so money is because I'm investing in making my ride more fun. First off, something I've been wanting to do. I didn't think I would, but now that I'm driving, I've decided to do it. In order to Bluetooth to my car and not have to run a radio station, so I could actually run a streaming app, I got an FM transmitter. If you don't know what they are, they're basically Bluetooth devices that put out an FM signal, and you turn the you set the transmitter to a radio station, and you set your radio to the same station. And the transmitter transmits an FM signal to your antenna, which then plays it, of course, through your speakers. It's a way to get around having a Bluetooth without actually having a Bluetooth radio. Well, tomorrow at 3 o'clock, I'm getting a Kenwood, not a high-end, it's bought out of Best Buy. I'm having it bought and installed by Best Buy. I'm getting the non-CD version because I don't play CDs. I have a playlist, Bluetooth, and I stream music on my apps. I don't CD, so I saved myself $30. It was $150 for CD, $120 for the non-CD version. It's a sizable radio, which is what I wanted because the radio I have in there is big. So it's a sizable radio, and it's all light up and pretty and interactive and all this. And it can Bluetooth 2 phones at once. Has an aux cord, USB, and the thing that spurred me to do it was working. So it's $150 for the radio, and then like $100 and something. It's $355 total to get it installed because I have a Bose stereo system in there, which means my speakers are boosted, which means I need a $120 harness in order to make everything work. Otherwise, it'd be a lot cheaper. Checking something. I also got lights. I actually got a cheap set that's here. I got a better set coming. It should be here by tomorrow or Wednesday. We'll see. That is supposed to, that you can string along the bottom underneath your dashboard, and down in the back of your car. You plug it into a car charger, a cigarette lighter, and what it'll do is it'll light up the footwells, and you can change the color and make them interactive. The one I have is a $9 cheap one off Wish. It could be really good, I don't know. But I decided to get another one off Amazon that's rated really well, and I'm paying $20. So basically, I'm eating the $9 cost off Amazon, which I'm fine with. Eat the $9 cost off Wish, and just use that as a backup should anything happen to the Amazon one. And put the Amazon one up. I have a dash cam now, which I paid $200 for. Records inside and outside, and records at night, infrared. I have a sign that I bought that I put into my windshield for Lyft and Uber, so people can see a little bit better. I actually have lights coming to replace my dome lights. They're a little board of LEDs that have the light plug-in that you put up, and it comes with both types. It comes with both types of plug-ins. It comes with the cylindrical bulb, and it comes with the chip bulb that you plug in. Then you can adhesive the thing up, and you put it up, and you can change the color of the dome lights, which I'm using to match the footwell lights. So I can have my car light up whatever fucking color on the inside I want. So St. Patrick's Day, if everything works out, I can have it light up green. I can probably do red, white, and blue for 4th of July. Red and green for Christmas. I can do whatever I want. I can have them flash if I probably won't, but I can have them flash whatever I want. Driving normal days, nothing else, I can choose whatever color I want. Orange, yellow, red, purple, pink, blue, green, whatever. I think this is going to be really cool. Maybe it's over the top, maybe it's not. I got a little trash thing that's going to hang over the back of my seat because most passengers sit opposite behind me. So putting the trash thing over this side, and it's only going to be for paper trash. I've got barf bags coming, a stack of 50 barf bags, actual barf bags. I got a back seat organizer that I'm putting in that people will be able to. I'm going to put I offer lollipops, so I'm going to put the lollipops in there. I'm going to put I'm going to put a couple other things, maybe the barf bags in there, whatever. I don't know if I want to offer water or not. I don't. I already offer lollipops. I think that's enough. People love them. People love lollipops. Old, young, don't matter. People love lollipops. And I buy the Tootsie Pops. $5 a bag. $10 takes me 2 rides, usually to make up. What else? I've got cleaning supplies coming. I've got charger wires coming. I've got 3 chargers in there already, but I've got actual multi-charger wires coming. I get 1 charger for Android like my phone, 1 charger that's mini USB, and 1 charger that's Apple. But I have the multi-plug charger coming. And I have a 2 set of that. I got to get another 2 sets, so I have 4 wires, but I have a 2 set coming for now, plus the one that I have coming, plus the ones I have in there, rather. I have something that will expand one of my charger ports and give me 3 instead of 1, which I can use for light charging. I don't want to overload that. Plus, it has a couple USB plug-in points for power as well. Microfiber towels to clean the inside and outside with, wipe things down. Wipes. I mean, I'm whole hog into this. I'm loving it. Will I burn out on it someday? Maybe. But for now, I love it. I usually drive Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, but I've been working Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday because I'm wanting to make the extra money right now until I can get my computer, whether I get my taxes or not. So I'm working on that. And I drive 12 hours a day. So 12, 24, 30. It's like having two full-time jobs, 48 hours with them, and then I do 33 hours, or I'm supposed to do 33 hours here, but I need to step up what I do at home. I really do. I mean, my room is a mess as it is, but there's other things too that need to be done. Uh, with that aside, I've had some interesting happenings already. Nothing severe. I haven't run into a bad passenger yet in terms of attitude or the person or anything. But what I have had problems with is ratings for Lyft and Lyft only. For anyone out there who doesn't know, if you get rated lower than 4.7, you're in danger of being what they call deactivated, which means you can't drive for them for however long they decide, or maybe even permanently. Now, with Uber, I've done at least 300, 400 rides already, maybe more. And I've got a 4.95 rating, which means I got one 4-star rating in there somewhere. Otherwise, everything else has been 5-star. With Lyft, I've got a 4.46 rating. 4.46 rating. That's well below deactivation. I haven't been deactivated yet, but to be honest with you, I expect to be. Which I really don't care. I do 5 to 7 rides a night for Lyft. Usually. There's only been one exception, and that was during the nor'easter that we just had, where I actually did Lyft and Uber almost equally. First time that ever happened. But usually I'll do between 25 and 35, even 40 runs in a night for Uber. And I'll do 5, 7. I won't even make 10 for Lyft. And those 5 to 7 or 10 runs that I do for Lyft could be runs I'm doing for Uber. You know what I'm saying? It just happened to be Lyft runs, but if I wasn't running Lyft, I'd be running Uber, and most likely I'd have gotten pinged for Uber. So there's that. But I'm loving it. I'm so looking forward to getting my radio installed tomorrow. I'm so looking forward to getting my door fixed so I don't have to keep opening the fucking door for people to get in and out. I'm so looking forward to getting the lights installed. I don't think I'll do it Wednesday for the snowstorm, but it'll be ready by Friday. I'll have it set up for Friday. Um, but yeah, I've been fairly happy. I've been going to a dentist, getting my teeth done. I've had a couple teeth pulled. I really have nothing left on this side. You can see kind of. I just got one way in the back. I'm working on getting a partial to put a few teeth here. The teeth, they're yellow, but they're not nearly as bad as they were. They used to be like really, really ugly brown. I mean, they're not nearly as terrible, and there's no black spots on them anymore. I was supposed to go for a filling on Friday, and I do try and brush more often, which even brushing like 3 or 4 times a week for me is more often. because I never brushed before. But I'm trying to brush more. I'm trying to take care of what I have left for as long as I can. But I'm trying. I'm trying to become more conscious. I actually have, like I said, I have a bank account now. I'm getting away from prepaid cards. I have a bank account. I have a checking account and a savings account. And every week I take $100 from my checking and put it into my savings. Not allowed to touch. Not allowed to touch it at all. Every week. So if I take $100 every week and put it into my savings account for 1 year and never touch it, and provided nothing goes wrong, that's going to be $5,200 in a year. I may very well possibly at the end of a year be able to go out and get a much better car than what I'm driving. And if I don't, if I decide, you know what, I'll stick with the Envoy for 1 more year, 10,400 that I could use it. 10,400 at that price. At 10,400, I could turn around and get a 20 some odd thousand brand new car. I don't want a 20,000 something dollar brand new car. You know what I want, honestly? I want a Yukon or a RAV4 or Suburban with the extra seat. I want the biggest SUV I can get. Barring that, I'll take a minivan. I just want a big vehicle. I do. But I want one with four-wheel drive. So I want the Suburban. I want the SUV. I want the big vehicle. I want the Escalade. You know, I want something big. Not just because I'm a big guy. I just enjoy driving big vehicles. The hell with the small cars. If I can keep up with the gas and insurance, I don't give a fuck. So that's kind of what I'm planning on doing, you know? That's kind of what I want to do. But yeah, for the most part, I'm doing good. My weight loss surgery is looming. I'm going to be working very hard starting tomorrow to push my weight back down. I'm having fun driving for Lyft, uh, for Uber. Lyft, I actually enjoy driving for, but I don't expect to be driving for much longer because of the rating bullshit. I'm doing good. I'm in a good place. I really am. I just can't. I just want my taxes to come in and my computer to fall in place, and all will be well with me. It'll be better with me than it's ever been for a long time. So fingers crossed and say a few prayers for me, guys, that all this comes through. Because it'll finally mean things have gone right. Really right. Because I'm scared that things have gone so right now that something's going to go terribly wrong. Because it wasn't too long ago, I had to put out a $2,000 repair on my Envoy to get the throttle body, spark plugs, steering wheel position sensor, and the water pump replaced all at once. All four had to be done at once. $2,000. My father had to help me pay for that. That's what's spurring me to do this. Now, at 10 years old with 154,000 miles, having that kind of repair recently done, driving for Uber and Lyft may not be the smartest thing in the world. But I got to roll the dice somewhere. I got to make extra money somewhere. This is my chance. See what happens. Oh yeah, and I've also changed my insurance. Get this. I've changed from Geico to Allstate. Not only is Allstate cheaper than Geico for me, Allstate offers rideshare insurance, which means that if the insurance that I'm covered under for Lyft or for Uber it gets exhausted, my insurance will cover me and will cover other things. I also have renter's insurance, which means everything in my house is covered, up to $15,000 in loss. I'm happy. Now all I need to do is get Chana here. Vaughn has visited me. It's time to get Chana here. That, my computer, Envoy, hold together just 1 year, at least 1 year, baby. Just hold together at least 1 year. Man. Lose this weight, get down, look good, get healthy. So much can go right. I just don't want one thing to go wrong. So prayers for me, guys. I'm not the most religious person in the world, but I do believe. Prayers for me. Because I want this to work so badly. And I'm actually trying to make it work. Until next time, it's one Big Bugga signing out.